The Krillian warship Devastation's edge pierced through the boundary of what the Galactic Council had marked as Quarantine Zone 7 Alpha. Commander Vexter's mandibles clicked with satisfaction as the crimson warning beacons faded behind them. Humans, he hissed to his crew, a primitive species that achieved faster-than-light travel mere decades ago. Their space will be ours within a solar cycle. What Vexter didn't know was that humanity had learned a terrible lesson from history. Never again would they be unprepared. On the human research station Galileo's Promise, Aliana Chen stared at her sensor array with growing concern. The astrophysicist had been tracking anomalous readings for the past hour, and now the truth crystallized before her eyes. James, she called across the lab to her partner, her voice tight. We have an incursion. Sector 7, it's a Krillian Dreadnought-class vessel. James Rodriguez looked up from his neural interface terminal, his expression hardening. The exo-military specialist had hoped this day would never come, but humanity had prepared for it nonetheless. How long until they reached the civilian zones? He asked, already moving toward the emergency protocols console. 48 hours at their current velocity, Aliana replied, her fingers dancing across holographic displays. James, they have no idea what they've done. James activated the quantum communication array. Then it's time they learned. Aboard the Devastation's edge, Vexter reviewed tactical data on humanity. According to Galactic Council records, humans were fragile, short-lived, and prone to irrational emotional responses. Their ships were cobbled together from reverse-engineered alien technology. Easy prey. Commander, his sensor officer chirped. We're detecting multiple quantum signatures emerging from subspace. Range 200,000 kilometers and closing. Vexter's confidence wavered. Multiple. How many? 30. 60. Commander, over 200 vessels, and the count is still rising. Impossible. Intelligence suggested humans had perhaps 50 combat-capable ships in their entire fleet. Visual, Vexter commanded. The main display flickered to life, and what he saw made his blood run cold. The human fleet wasn't approaching in standard military formation. They were emerging from thousands of microjump coordinates simultaneously, surrounding the Krillian vessel in a perfect sphere. Each ship bore scars from previous battles, their hulls decorated with tally marks and human script. But it wasn't the numbers that terrified Vex. It was the design of the ships themselves, where galactic species built vessels with elegant curves and efficient energy distribution. Human warships were angular nightmares. They bristled with redundant weapon systems, armored like asteroids, and their energy signature suggested power cores running at what should be catastrophic levels. Hail them, Vexter ordered, his voice betraying his fear for the first time in his military career. On the bridge of the human flagship Indomitable, Admiral Sarah Okonkwo accepted the transmission. Aliana and James stood behind her. Every critical, scientific and military mind had been assembled for this moment. The Krillian commander appeared on screen. I am Commander Vexter of the Krillian Empire. We have made an error entering your space. We will withdraw immediately. Admiral Okonkwo's expression remained carved from stone. You should have withdrawn before crossing our border, Commander. Now you will understand why this zone is quarantined. She nodded to James, who initiated a data packet transmission to the Krillian ship. What you're receiving, James said, stepping forward, is the complete historical record of humanity. Pay special attention to the years 1914 to 1945, then review 1939 to 1945 specifically. After that, examine our Cold War period. Vexter's officers absorbed the data, their horror growing with each passing moment. Humans had fought 2 planetary wars within 30 years. They had developed atomic weapons and used them. They had built enough nuclear missiles to destroy their own world dozens of times over and aimed them at themselves. This is madness, Vexter whispered. That's what the Council thought, Aliana interjected, her voice calm but carrying an edge of steel. When we achieved FTL, we requested membership. They saw our history and quarantined us instead, declared us too violent, too unstable. They expected us to destroy ourselves, but we didn't. Admiral Okonkwo continued. We learned, we unified, and we prepared for the day when someone would mistake our isolation for weakness. James brought up another display. Every human child learns military strategy from age 10. Every civilian station has defensive capabilities. Every colony world is a fortress, and every single one of us remembers what it means to fight for survival. We don't conquer, Aliana added. We don't enslave. We don't want your territory, Commander, but we have painted a line around our space with the wreckage of every species that thought humanity would be easy prey. The truth settled over Vexter like a shroud. The quarantine zone wasn't to protect the galaxy from humanity, it was to protect everyone else from making the fatal mistake of attacking them. You have 12 hours to leave human space, Admiral Okonkwo stated. Spread the word to your empire and all others. Humanity wishes to be left alone. We will trade, we will talk, we will even share knowledge, but threaten us, invade our territory, harm our people, and you will learn why we nearly destroyed ourselves multiple times and chose not to. We are very, very good at war, Commander, terrifyingly good. And unlike you, we've fought ourselves, which means we know every trick, every tactic, every desperate strategy that exists. Vexter's ship turned, its engines burning hard for the border. As the Krillian vessel fled, James turned to Aliana. Think they'll spread the word? Aliana smiled grimly. They always do, and every time, our zone stays a little more peaceful. Humanity hadn't sought to be the galaxy's monster, but when the cosmos rejected them, they had become the guardian of their own faith, a species that survived because they understood war so well. They could choose peace, and that choice, made every single day, was what made them truly terrifying. The end.